What it do? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for pulling up. I know the video for the ranking the NBA decades, that video is coming soon. I'm still working on the research, but y'all gonna love it, I promise. You know, I wouldn't be taking this long if the video is gonna be trash. You know me. But anyways, today I got a little story time for y'all to kind of like sweeten the mood as you're waiting for that video. You know, Let's Plays will be continuing very soon as well. So yeah, you saw the title before you clicked the video. You know what it's going to be about. This is my first time drinking story. Okay, so this story time is back when I was in high school and I was 16. So this took place during my favorite year of the decade, 2016. So in high school, I was on the football team, and after the season, one of my teammates was committing to a D2 school in the States. So we was all happy because, you know, the homie balled out and is getting his reward. You know, he's getting what he deserves. You know, I've been seeing him work. He works his ass off all the time. He earned it. So fast forward like July 2016, and he was going to have a going away party. You know, he was going to have his little get together with a few of the homies, and it was going to be at his homie's Duke's crib. You know, his Dukes were out for the evening, for the night actually. And he's like, yo, we're gonna throw a little party for you, know what I'm saying? So he invited the whole team and told to bring people, bring shorties, like, you know the vibe. So I was excited. However, there is one issue to this. I live with a black Jamaican mother. When you live with a black Jamaican mother, and I'm her youngest child, I should also add that in, yeah, you can fully guarantee I will almost never have a chance to go to a party that at least that wasn't family related, which is weird to me because at family parties where uncles are getting drunk, there's fights, swearing, loud music, arguments, and all types of niggatry, you don't want me to go out with my friends to get into pretty much almost the same predicaments. But most of the time it's pretty chill anyway. Look, but I get it, you know what? I get it. Lots of wild shit happens at parties, especially in my neighborhood. People black out, people get stabbed, people get shot, crazy shit. For them, keeping their kids in the house gives them maximum insurance that they're not getting into trouble or they're in danger. But this tactic makes you super curious, you can't even lie. You're basically just imagining what a party would be like, you know? I watched all these cartoons. I watched Project X. I knew, like, I'm not saying I like parties or anything. It made me curious. So I knew that my mom would never allow me to go to a party. So I came up with an idea. I was a pretty sneaky kid, still kind of am. And this was my idea. I said I was going to go to a basketball tournament. At the time, I also played on an AAU team, so this wasn't too far away from the truth. And I basically said I had a game, and that would make my mom less suspicious of me leaving the house in the evening and staying well into the night. As the title would suggest, this would be my first time experiencing drinking. Up to this point, the only time I had any type of alcohol was either like around my family, and it was like tiny sips. You get what I'm saying? Nothing more and nothing less than that. And to be honest, I never really cared to drink either. That's one of the things that my family and, you know, TV kind of scared me out of. I watched Campus PD and Family Guy and didn't want that experience. However, I was still curious about it. So the night comes and I get my stuff and I put it in my bag and I bring my ball shoes too to make it look like I was actually going to a basketball game. I go to my mom's room and tell her I'm leaving. Mind you, it's like 6 p.m. at this point in the summer, so the sun's still out. After a few questions, she just let me be. So I leave and immediately, like as soon as I left the front door, I call my brother now and tell him, yo, where the party at and to be there. He's like, cool, I got you. I get there and the party don't even look like 50% ready. Like, I should add that this is a black people party in the hood being managed by hoodmans. So basically, if the invite says it starts at 8, it really starts at like 10, 10:30, depends. I get there and I put my bag in a room that was locked, and I was pretty much helping set up, and I'm looking, I'm looking pretty good, and I guess like as good as 16-year-old me would be. And, like, if you know me and you know me in real life, you do realize that like I only truly wear like tech suits and J's. That's about it. And I expanded my wardrobe a bit now since I've gotten older and in college and stuff like that. But the point still stands. Like I came in there with a tech suit and J's. Shit, I probably pull up to a house party now in tech suits and J's. Come on. We're helping set up and my homie brings out the bottles. And and there was quite a bit, I'm not gonna front. There was quite a bit of bottles. I was familiar with Smirnoff, Hennessy, Wray and Nephew, Jack Daniels, but he brought out some like neck shit, like bullshit that I have never heard of before in my life. But he was bringing the shit out one by one, and some people were already starting to pregame, and I was like, let me start drinking when it's actually time to party. 9:30 rolls around, and now people are starting to pull up, and the host who's going off to college, he comes, and we all dapping each other up, vibing. It was good. Then the action starts, and everything's lit. You know what I'm saying? There's good eats, some nice looking shorties. The music was banging. You know what I'm saying? Like everything was good. And then people start drinking. Somebody set up like some beer pong in the backyard. I didn't get into that, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try this alcohol shit out. I wanted to know how this shit feels. You know what I'm saying? I know, terrible call of judgment, but I'm 16. That's literally all I have to say about that. So I take a cup, I put half Smirnoff and the other half Cola. Like this isn't a party downtown. I drank it, drank a shot of Henny afterwards, and then went back to the music. I'm just waiting to feel this wash of being drunk just to take over. Fuck. Nothing happened. Nothing happened at all. And obviously nothing happened. I only waited for like 30 minutes, I guess. So I decided to take one more shot with half Coke in it and see if that did anything. After a while, I thought that this maybe wasn't for me. But I was like, fuck it, I gotta go hard. I'm already here. So I'm about to go to the kitchen to do this all over again one more time until I go and see this girl dancing on the table and a couple people hyping her up with another guy who was pretty shit-faced at this moment. He was one of the people pre-gaming. And they were dancing on the table, and then they just like fell out. They fell, they hit and on the floor. They fell on the floor. The cup is still in hand. That's amazing precision. They hit the ground pretty fucking hard. On top of that, no one was hurt, but like on top of that, she was still holding her drink, which that's talent. You know what I'm saying? That's some grade A talent. Maybe not. So I'm like, maybe not. So I go back and I need to take this into account. That this is a hood party. Although we all happy and shit, anything can happen. So now it's approaching 1 a.m. and I'm like, yeah, you know what? It's time to go because my mom called like 5 times up to this point, and I texted her saying I'm about to leave. But that lie only works for so much and for only a good amount of time. So I'm like, it's time to bounce. One problem though, I didn't drink a lot. Let me just put it like this. I didn't drink a lot. I maybe drank a few shots, nothing crazy. But I still drank enough to be buzzed. And it was like slowly coming to me like all at once. And it was, it was different. Not bad, not really good, but different. For starters, my vision got like, I don't even want to say blurred. It got diffused. Like it felt like I was wearing glasses, but like not wearing glasses, if that makes like any type of sense. I had a little stumble, but nothing crazy. It was just like kind of like everything. If I had to put it in good perspective, everything felt slow. Like everything just felt like slow. Like everything felt like it was moving at a half speed. But one thing for certain, any sort of task I wanted to do was a lot harder to accomplish. Not even gonna lie. I'm about to leave this jam and it's starting to die down a bit, but while I'm leaving, I see some mans from different ends. They come see each other and I could just like feel the static. So I go over to my homie, I'm like, the guy who's going off to college, I'm like, yo, bro, I'm out of here. Good luck. Ball out. He's like, yo, bro, thanks for coming. You know the vibe. Like, you get the point. So I leave and I head to the bus stop. You know, my dog's with me too. You know, he left the same time as me. We get on that bus and I just dead forget to like pay the bus fare. And not because I didn't want to pay, it just dead, like, it didn't even cross my mind to do that. And my homie was like, yo, dogs, what the fuck are you doing? So I go back, and the bus driver was a bit confused too. And I was like, oh yeah, no, don't worry, my bad. And he's like, yeah, it's all good. Don't even worry about it. So we get on this bus, and remember, I have to get to a second bus in order to actually get home. And fuck, it took me a lot of power, just a lot of power to get up off the seat to actually, you know, get off this bus. Like getting off a bus and getting up from a seat, something I've been doing for pretty much most of my life, was all of a sudden one of the most challenging things I could even do. And shout out to my homie, because he's more used to these stuff and going to jams than I am. And he was helping me out this entire way. I don't know where I'd be without him. I probably would be in like Mississauga or some shit. So I get up and I get to the second bus. But another thing I should probably realize, that once I got up, bro, I felt like dead nauseous. Like this wasn't fun at all. And there was a problem that came. A problem that could have separated me from living and dying, and I had to make a swift decision right at that moment. But you're gonna have to learn next time. This video is already getting pretty long, okay? Thank you guys for coming. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, you like it so far, like, comment, share with your friends. And if you're new around here, which I guarantee you are, subscribe. It helps the channel grow, and click the bell, like the notification bell, for all my future uploads. Kind of in the works right now, making another channel to dedicate that channel to solely just sports, and you guys are gonna like that as well. Thank you guys so much for coming through. If you dislike the video, dislike it and tell me what you didn't like about it. I just say be respectful, that's all it is. Thank you guys so much for coming through, stopping by. As always, take care of yourselves. Have a good day. Thanks for coming through. Stay safe out there.